Alright, so I'm on my way to work. Yeah. So I've had a reputation my whole life, and it has been an ugly one. An ugly one. My whole life. Yeah. When I was younger, I was all types of things. The hoe, the slut, the girl who's always in trouble, who always locked up. Yeah. And see, I've been like changing my life. So because I've been changing my life, I really, changed my life because I want a better reputation. I didn't change my life to go back into having a bad reputation, nor did I move down to South Florida to have a bad reputation. So, I stay in South Florida, but I don't have a lot of friends, nor have I became friends with a lot of guys, because I don't want a bad reputation. I'm not sleeping around, and I'm not like out here. I mean, I can say at one point I was going on a lot of dates with guys, but I did not sleep with any of them, and we went out to dinner. It's so, I felt like it was okay to date because I was trying to find someone to be in a relationship with and getting to know new people, How are you? What's your name? What are your hobbies? What are your likes? What are your dislikes? You want to get to know about me. I want to get to know about you. What's your family like? How do you have a relationship with your family? How's this? How's that? That's what you do when you're dating. So, go out bowling, go out to dinner, go out to stuff like that. Because I don't want a bad reputation. Because I've been that girl. And I don't want to be that girl. So, and it's hard because even in being in a relationship, think about Hosea's wife. Hosea's wife was in prostitution, okay? Hosea's wife was in prostitution, and literally imagine trying to get Hosea's trust back because her reputation was so bad. You are so, this is what I'm used to you as. I'm used to you being this way, that way, this way, that way, this way, that way. And trust me, even me being in a relationship, sometimes it's hard because I know that I put, Deshaun through some stuff. And so it can be hard for him, because he had to deal with me back then. Though I've changed, it can be rough on him because it's just regardless of the situation, I changed, and I think that his mind needs to catch up to the fact that I've changed. So, I'm trying to get a good reputation back. I'm trying to get a good standing back because of the things that I once did, and, back in home in Massachusetts, my friends, they knew me for certain things, and when I lived back at home, I remember God gave me a job at Subway, and I barely hung out with anybody. I was dealing with another person in a different relationship, and I didn't hang out with guys. I didn't do stuff like that because I want a good reputation. I want a good name for myself. Because I believe that I've changed a lot, and I've made a lot of effort to change, just to be, just to get a bad reputation. That's not, look at all the efforts that I make to travel, to, I put out, confessions of a bad girlfriend only because, I'm trying to say, hey, I once was a bad girlfriend, but I've changed, starting my ministry, doing things like, what else? Not being promiscuous, I don't know, just doing stuff to make sure that I keep a good name. So, I don't know, whatever you do to keep a good name, make sure that I got myself together, going back to school, keeping myself busy, showing people that I'm living a different life, basically all together. And so that's what I've been doing, and when you have a bad reputation, it's hard to get your reputation back. And like, I've been working on myself for like 7 years to try to clear my name. You know, and I feel like sometimes it's like, you know, like when people go to jail and stuff like that, you know, like you always have a record, you know, and your record never fades, you know, it doesn't fade. So if you do something, they're like, oh, there she goes again. It's like, no, okay, I made one mistake, it's okay, it's all right, I made a mistake, you know, like I'm not that person, like I'm not who you think I am, like that's not me, you know, like I've changed, like literally, like there's nothing that says to me like, hey, you know, next week I want to go out and I want to party. This is orange juice and what is that stuff called? Cranberry mango juice. But it's like, oh yeah, I want to go party, let's go get drunk, hey, turn up, you know, like there's nothing that says, oh yeah, let me go smoke a blunt, you know, there's nothing in my body that wants to do any of that stuff. Like literally, like I did a video lesson talking about a bad mom, a bad wife, you know, talking about how like I wanted, you know, I taught it was a Bible study lesson, so if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. But you know, like Hosea's wife, Gomar, she was a bad mom, bad wife, and Hosea gave her a second chance to become a good mom and a good wife. And that's literally me. Like, I want a family, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be a hoe. I don't want to have a bad reputation. Like, I literally just want to, like, have a family, you know, travel, do fun things, and, like, live a better life. Like, be a mom, be a wife, you know, travel with my husband, you know, do stuff like that, you know? Like, I work too hard to have my name, like, whooshed around in the mud, you know? Like, you know, and I know God, you know, like, God can, like, clear your name, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that, you know, he can clear your name, he can forgive your sins. That's why I love God, because society will always remember what you did, but God, you know, he forgives your sins like it never happened, you know, like fresh, clean slate, like, oh, it never happens, you know, forgiveness, you know, God's forgiveness is a real powerful thing, you know, like, you know, when, you know, people always remember what you did. People will always remember what you did. But God, you know, God is amazing, because he will forget, he will give you a new name, you know, he'll cleanse you of your sins, you know, and just like that, gone, you know, like, you won't have that reputation anymore. And, you know, I feel like it's a beautiful thing, because for the rest of my life, that's why, like, it's really important, because for the rest of my life, I don't want to be remembered as the girl who, you know, like, prostituted on the streets, you know. I'll probably have that name because, you know, I help people who, you know, prostitute and stuff like that. But, like, I watched this girl online and she is an ex-stripper. Regardless of the fact that I always say, yeah, she's my favorite YouTuber because she's an ex-stripper, but the key word in front of that is ex-stripper, meaning she's no longer stripping, meaning she chose a better lifestyle for herself. She chose a better life for herself. She's no longer doing those things, you know? Like, I am not a prostitute. I'm not a whore. I'm not a slut. And I'm not sleeping around. And so I don't want people to think of me as such. You know, like, I am Jasmine, the girl who likes to travel. I am Jasmine, the girl who works hard. I work 2 jobs and I go to college. I am Jasmine. I have my own ministry in which God has blessed me with, and I just built my own website to connect with my ministry, to, you know, continue to do the things in which God has called me to do. I write a daily blog every day. This is who I am now. And if you want to think of me, yeah, sure. Think of me as an ex-prostitute, meaning someone who used to but no longer does. I don't have that reputation. I'm not in the streets. My bills are paid by working hard. I get W-2s. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I get a paycheck week by week. I'm not getting illegal money. It's not something that I'm not getting illegal money. I am a new person living a new life that I've made for myself, and it was hard making it for myself. You know how hard it is to change your life over? I've been working on myself for 7 years. That's hard work. Some people, okay, they've lived their life. Some people will never understand because they've never had to get up from a place that they were at and change. It's one of the hardest things that I've ever done for myself, to recreate myself, because you're used to living that way. But then you have to recreate these things in your mind to say, okay, I'm not gonna cut no more. I'm not gonna go out in the streets and sell my body. I'm worth something. I'm better than something. I'm not gonna do drugs no more. I'm not gonna drink no more. I'm not gonna party no more. I'm not gonna run the streets no more. I'm not gonna hang out with this certain type of people. Okay, I gotta stay away from this so you don't end up hurting yourself. You gotta stay away from this. Like, I have to constantly avoid so many things. You know what I'm saying? I have to constantly, like, look, I perm my hair so that I could be healthy for myself, because I used to struggle with, like, suicidal problems. Like, here I am trying to make myself better for me. And people, I want a new reputation. I want a new, like, I'm working hard at it. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledge that. Acknowledge that I'm making these beautiful changes for myself. Yeah, I once was there, but guess what? I'm here now. This is me now, in today's age. And I did a blog once talking about catching up with your reflection. Now, I've caught up with my reflection, okay? Yeah, I used to be there. That's cool. I used to be that, okay? But how I see myself now is who I am now. The girl in school, the girl working 2 jobs to keep herself together, to pay her bills. My mind is there. So my reflection is on who I am now. So where is your mind on reflection of who I used to be? Well, then stay back there with who I used to be and hang with her. But guess what? You ain't gonna find her here, because she ain't here no more. Because I'm a new person. I've changed my life. It says in the Bible that, when you come to Christ, we all become new creatures. Old things pass away, all things become new. Behold, all things become new. I'm a new person. Fine. That's fine. You want to think of me as such? Think of me as such back there, because I ain't that girl. It's not me. So, it's not me. It is not me. Okay? So, I want a new reputation. I want to be a mom one day. I'm a hardworking woman, a hardworking black woman at that, who's living a good life. Oh my gosh, that train. I could have ran over. Changed my life, people. Changed my life. I'm a new person living a new life. And, I want to be thought of as such. It's that simple. So, bye, y'all. I'm amazing. I love myself, and I love myself only because I know what it took me to get here. And hey, if you don't want to think of me as such, then that's you. But honey, I think I'm amazing. I've done a lot of stuff to get where I've been. You know what I'm saying? And I applaud anybody. Any of y'all out there, if you change your life, I applaud you, because it takes a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work to change your life. A lot of hard work. Any drug addicts out here, any prostitutes out there, any people who struggle with suicide or cutting or, depression, any of those things that, you took the time to work on yourself so that you don't do something, break an ugly habit, I applaud you, because it's a lot of work, and don't ever think just because you change your life that you're still such, dealing with like eating disorders and struggles like that, and being able to have a mind that says, hey, you're beautiful, you're amazing, you're wonderful, changing your mind, thought, and process of living a better life. Man, I applaud you. It is hard work, and a lot of people don't give us the credit. They don't give us the credit because they don't think that it's something that's easy. They think it's something that's easy. I've had to work on myself for 7 years, okay? Listening to people bash and downplay me and, oh, you're still the same and you're in this and that. Watch me. Watch me change right in front of you. Watch me. Keep talking it. Watch me. Watch me live my life a certain way. Watch me do this. Watch me overcome. Okay, I'm still that. I'm not that. I'm not. And I applaud you guys because it's hard work, and I know. And, you know, I for myself, you know, I just want to say that I applaud you guys because I know a lot of people don't give us credit for making these changes that we need to make for our lives to become healthy and better for ourselves. You know, better for ourselves. Because it's hard. It's very, very hard. So I'm going to go. I'm on my way to work, you know. Yeah, I'm on my way to work. So I love you. I love you very much. Bye, y'all.